We're back. Awesome.
Are we muted or not?
We're not muted.
Okay.
We are unmute. So I think at this point everybody's had time to like go do their thing and then come back to the keep. So Aldwin, you after having dealt with Mazifa, you come back into the into the Jarl's keep, and some of your men kind of point your way back into the keep proper, into one of like the not the big room where like decisions and shit are made, but like into one of the drawing rooms where Yezzi and Chadwick and Colin are.
Yeah.
Chadwick's kind of off to the side, like Asta and Eric have come in, and he's kind of entertaining them while kind of pointedly not looking over in Colin's direction.
I got the silent treatment. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're on everybody's shit list, son.
And Yezzi's there too?
Yeah, like I think there's no point in like keeping everyone away. We'll just frame the scene with all three of you and Chadwick there in the room.
What a pleasant surprise. You can help oversee and ask questions. He's totally trustworthy. Excellent. You're all here. Okay. I kind of just mosey on over to the other side of the table. And be like, you guys, Colin and Chadwick, could you guys please?
What's that?
Colin and Chadwick, could you have a seat, please?
Chadwick kind of looks at you and then looks down at the seat that he's sitting in.
At the table.
Sure, and he comes over. Yeah, there's a small table in the room, and he sits down.
Are you gonna sit down there, Colin, or are you just gonna?
No, he was already sitting there.
Oh, okay. I'm just looking at you and Scott, but it looks like you're brooding. So
No, he runs. Just right up. Well, he's clearly innocent.
Hold on, I forgot my coat. As he pulls his dark hood off the coat hanger, puts it on.
Let me clean the blood off of it. No, I think that went around the body and was tossed.
That's
so.
right.
Yeah, that went in the ravine with the body.
How did the body carry itself there? It's clearly
I'm going to let it ride and ditch everything I need to get rid of in that ravine. And just say, let it ride, and no one can ever find it because of the rules. No,
till the situation changes.
I rolled pretty phenomenally, but I didn't want to step on your roll, so...
Thanks for not
I think you're
shitting on
good.
my Christmas.
I think you're good.
All
right. So, Colin, or Father Colin,
Aldwin?
I need you to tell me exactly what happened, exactly what you saw.
And he'll tell the same story he told to with Yezzi's help to the Callus. Callus?
Kalis.
I'm not asking Yezzi. I'm asking you.
No, it's
No,
the
I know.
same
That's what I'm
story.
saying. The story that I was with Yezzi when I told
gotcha,
Caleb.
gotcha,
that
gotcha.
story,
With
yeah.
Yezzi's help previously. Got you. Okay. You get what I said then. Okay, and what was that story? For
Basically boils down to
you were sent to get something.
met
came
with the
back and he
father. Yeah, I was
dead.
sent to grab something. I was away when I came back. Blood trail.
What did he send you to get?
Paperwork. He talks about whatever the paperwork was and stuff that's fitting for what he have to go get. That wouldn't just be right immediately there.
I gotcha. And where were you at this time, Chadwick?
He kind of let's see.
I mean, the truth is, I sent him to his mother's farm. I mean, so
Yeah. I'm just looking at Chadwick here.
never lie. Throw the father under the bus.
Does he have
I mean, I don't plan on grilling Colin and Chadwick that hard because I genuinely want them to help me. I don't necessarily see them as suspects.
Yeah.
Colin, I don't really suspect, and the witness said it was an adult male
Right.
dragging the body, so I
Yeah.
don't believe it was Chadwick.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Look. I'm just saying, as a GM, I have responsibilities.
Oh, I know. I'm just letting you know what my intent is.
I got you. Yeah. Chadwick's yeah, as soon as not long after Father Petronak's or not long after Father Colin it came, I had gone to go help my mother in the fields. That's
So you weren't there when Colin was sent out.
No, I wasn't.
You didn't. You weren't privy to. You didn't see anything. You didn't hear anything.
No, I
You
didn't.
didn't know about it till just.
I wasn't even there.
Father Colin, do you know who might want to attack other Parthenax?
So I don't know any individuals, but I know that the Imperial or the Masani, is that?
The who?
Asnani?
Asnani?
Oh, the Metiana. The Metiana. I say that the Metiana aren't always, especially when they're newcomers, are not always well liked.
I'll be asking them some questions later.
Wait, did you just say something about the Tebessians?
Sure,
Everything
the-
real
the-
bothered.
I said the Metiana, my people. When we come in, I mean, we don't have the best history here. We're not always
Metian.
well liked.
I thought you were talking about Tebessians as well.
No. The
You're not.
the Imperials.
You're
I
not
thought
throwing
you
the foreigners
totally
under
pulled
the
a
bus.
180 and we're like, yeah, it was totally her people. It was totally Yezzi's
Oh, I saw
people.
Yezzi.
Oh, was it?
Yezzi had a
Okay.
bloody candlestick. No.
Yeah, and like Chadwick's looking uncomfortable. And he
I noticed this.
oh yeah, I think everybody notices that. He says, was there anything else that you needed, Captain?
No, you're 1 second. I'll let you go here. gets answered. You're not a suspect. You know that. I'm not. You're not arrested or anything like that. I'm just trying to gather information about what happened.
No, of course, sir. I've just got some. I have some duties that I didn't get to attend to at the church, sir. There's still services to be prepared for.
Okay. I guess I don't know. I should ask. Does it seem like he's not telling me something? Would I be suspicious? I guess I don't know.
I
I don't think he's a suspect, but he is acting nervous and wanting to get out of there immediately.
yeah, so he has no falsehood. Number one.
Oh, that's
So and like it's really it's hard to tell like what he's anxious about, like because he's 16 and
he's 16, and I brought him in, and
it's 16-year-olds are
he's
dicks.
nervous.
But also, you know, everybody knows that he really is lying. So yeah, like it's up to all of y'all in the room. Like, do you let him go? Do you try and
I think for the sake of story, that I wouldn't have any reason to keep it.
okay, yeah, like
I don't think he's a suspect, and I don't really suspect Colin. I probably just chalk it up to he's nervous because I tend to be stern and intimidating. I'll be like, yeah, that's all I need from you.
Yeah, and you.
yeah.
You're free to go. Do you need want one of my guard to escort you back, or will you be fine?
He says, no, he kind of looks at you and it's like why would one of the Varda need an escort in his home? Or
another member of the church was killed. I would want you to be out by yourself if targeting specifically church members.
He's like, well, I walk the path of virtue, and if whether someone else strays from it or attacks travelers along it, then that's the will of the gods.
I'm gonna murder him. I mean, no. I'm gonna be a good guy now. Be a good guy
Dirty,
now.
Sean.
Let me get a candlestick. Okay. No.
That's so dirty. Does Colin react to this?
Nope. I put on my poker face.
Okay.
I'm talking.
All right.
I'm talking to the
All right.
cops, man.
Yeah.
I'll just be like,
My
as you will,
old
and I'll let it,
criminal
and I'll be like, you're free to go.
And
I
and
know my rights. Get the lawyer.
he gets up and he starts to go, and he like before he leaves, he turns back and he's like, incidentally, Father, some of the parents of some of the children that came to the church during in the spring, I've heard some rumors that they were interested in hearing one of your sermons.
Oh, that's how he challenges my belief right there too.
And he
I mean,
says,
you knew he was gonna do it.
he says, I just thought you should know that. Yeah, I just thought you should know that. And then he walks out the door.
Early one, that kid.
No, it's not even him being. Well, I guess okay. Yeah, he's kind of be like, you got to talk to kids, be a role model. But GM Shaun is like, hey, you want to quit the church? Now I'm pushing this belief. Hey, we got people that want to talk to you now.
Yeah. Oh, you think you could just walk away, huh?
Yeah. God damn it.
All right. We turn to Colin, and I'm like, so initially I thought he might have had something valuable on him that someone wanted to steal, but all I saw was a bag full of tomes and books. Didn't appear that anything was missing.
That's all that I know he brought with him.
Large ledger. I had the Shaun, could I reasonably have had the guards take that ledger?
Sure, yeah.
Not the ledger, but the bag of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Well, if the guards have taken that safekeeping, and I'll most likely
Good.
return it to the Medjana. Yezzi, I'm going to be speaking with first names.
Real quick, Colin interrupts you when you turn to Yezzi.
Oh, okay.
He says, I don't mean to interrupt, but if you don't have any more questions for me, I have a church I need to clean. The blood, I need to help clean it up before services.
Why's everybody running out on me? So dodgy questions today. Not like I'm putting you to the rack.
No. But
I can't think of anything else that you can help me with at the moment.
if you do, you know where to
Do
find
you
me.
want me to post guard around the church? Protection?
I think Chadwick was right. I don't think. I think having armed guards would only inflate, or not inflate,
Acerbate.
would more armed Imperial guards in the Varda town never, I think, helps unless absolutely necessary.
Alright, if you say so. My men will see you out.
Okay.
I let them go.
Okay.
Now I'm going to turn to Yezzi and be like,
What's up, bitches?
"So, bitch." So I'm going to be calling Mazifa in later.
I can't imagine you'd have a problem with that. I mean, it is important that we figure this out.
I kind of chuckle. I'd be like, yeah. He's a real friendly guy, that one.
You can be if you know how to approach my people.
Yeah. So he agreed, begrudgingly, to answer some questions later. But in all honesty, I don't know if I'm going to be alone, be able to figure this out, figure out who killed Father Parthenax.
You don't think
I kill Parthenax every time.
you just said that you don't know if you'll be able to figure it out?
Yeah.
You're like, well, I hope that's not true, you know.
I'm I'm not an investigator. That was never my. I was. Excuse me. I was never an inquisitor. That was never my forte.
Understood. I'm just saying it would benefit the town's. What's the word I'm looking for? Peace of mind. To know there wasn't a murderer loose amongst them.
Oh, I'm gonna try, and I'm going to step up patrols.
Is there any chance your brother had anything to do with this?
It's possible, but I don't see why he would attack one of his own. If he would attack anyone, wouldn't it be a Varda, or at the very least, a Tebessian? I would imagine.
Unless he thinks the new Imperials were here to betray him and remove him. If he viewed them as a threat to what he thinks is his rightful rule.
I believe
Stop
that
it, Shaun. You're making me laugh.
I'm sorry. This is beautiful.
Why? What's he doing? I didn't see him giggling.
He's just laughing. Yeah.
I would imagine that I would be his target then, as I'm the one who removed him from that seat, or at the very least, you.
He ran though, and he's been in hiding. There's no saying what his mental state is. I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying it's worth keeping in mind that he's the only unaccounted for, what's the right word? Shitster? No.
I feel like the Emperor's whispering in my ear.
But you know what
Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry.
How intelligent was my brother? Was he capable of scheming, or?
He's trying to think of the word for it. He's shrewd. Like he's a smart guy, but he's not a schemer. Like, he's a pretty straightforward, efficient guy. Like he's a military commander, and that was even when he was trying to be a ruler, like he tried to rule like he was commanding a battalion, right? Like, delegate authority and punish insubordination. But
so I wouldn't suspect that he was intentionally trying to throw he did it, and he's trying to throw the Tebessian under the bus.
Yeah, this is at least as far as you know, like this isn't how he usually does things.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I would say to Yezzi, I'd be like, I don't. But I know of my brother, it just doesn't seem like the way he would go about things. I honestly think he would go straight after you or myself.
I'm just saying, he's a desperate man. And there's no accounting what someone will do when they have their back to the wall.
I'll definitely keep it in mind.
No, if you don't need anything else from me,
Oh, are you fucking serious right now? Just kidding.
I just want to say dismissed. That's all he's thinking right now.
Do you want to hang out? Have
No,
a glass of wine?
I imagine my character's getting frustrated and be like, fine, go. I don't need you anymore.
Oh, she's like, wait. What? Like, is there something wrong?
No, it's just frustrating. I'll figure it out. Not you, it's me.
There's a knock at the door to the room.
I answer it. I don't care if this is the armory or not.
Okay,
My
that's
fucking
fine.
key.
You have run of the place.
Yeah, Yezzi answers the
I'm
door.
not going to throw shade at you for it.
So, the standing outside the door as you open it is Mazifa and Asnani. Asnani is in the, like, standing at the front, and like when you open the door, Yezzi, like he kind of steps back, like, oh, I didn't expect to see you here, and he quickly regroups, and he's like, Yezzi, what a pleasant surprise.
Yes, I was actually thinking about coming to see you soon. The other guy was named
Mazifa.
Mazifa.
Mustafa.
Yeah, and I addressed him, and I'm like, Mazifa, I know that this is not ideal, and it's not that we suspect you of anything, but to help expedite the Imperials, the most recent arrival of Imperials to leaving, it's best that we can clear you. And
he kind of chuckles, and he's like, everybody seems so quick to let me know that I'm not in trouble here.
Would you like it the other way?
He's like, I meant, no offense, milady. It's just these Imperials, they like to wear their armor wherever they go, and it doesn't smell like home, is all I'm saying.
All my armor.
You do wear it a lot more than you probably should.
She gives
I
like
wear
a
it
now
all
I
the
know
time.
look. Look, I don't want to agree with you, but yeah, no, these fucking guys, am I right?
Asani is like, I simply came for moral support for my friend, but, and he kind of looks up at him, and this dude just fucking towers over everybody here, and he's like, I don't doubt that Mazifa can take care of himself. Would you care to walk and talk? Perhaps have a glass of wine?
I would quite enjoy that. Mazifa, are you comfortable being here alone with Aldwin? I admit, I lean in, I'm like, out of all of the Imperials, he's the most rational and trustworthy.
He's
I get closer, I'm like, if a little simple.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't stab him earlier. I have two settings: stab and don't stab. He got the don't stab setting.
You damn them with faint praise, my lady. But
Backhanded praise.
he kind of bows in deference to let you come out the door before.
Yeah, I asked
before he goes
Asnani,
in.
I'm like, because weren't Eric and Asta in here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, maybe we should, take the kids out to the courtyard, and I'll have wine brought out to us.
The role of Matt will be played by Talos.
He says, if of course, but if you don't mind, I'll have the wine brought. I happen to have arranged for some of my family's vintage to come with us.
Well, you'll not hear me protest. It'd be nice to get a little taste of home.
He says, yes, I was hoping you'd say that. Please. And he says, Mazifa, be easy on him.
Yeah, I collect the kids and out we go.
I kind of want to get in a boxing match with Mazifa now, just to see what happens.
Oh, you and me both. You and me both.
Man.
Yeah, there's like, you know, a table and some chairs. Or do you already
He
have
enters
like?
the room.
Oh, I was going out to the gardens or the courtyard first.
Okay. Sorry.
Poor Yezzi's kind of been relegated to the background.
No, that's all right. I'm doing important shit to cover my ass.
True. She's not used to being in the background. She's kind of the showrunner.
Yeah. So Eric and Asta are kind of off, like running around in the courtyard, like kids do, climbing on shit.
Generally trying to break themselves.
Yeah.
General fuckery. Yeah.
General child fucker. Wait, no, that's not what I. That is absolutely not where I meant to go with that. Wow, I apologize because that was not okay.
You meant something else.
I did.
I'll give you that.
Something else. I'm just tired. Sorry.
All right, we can edit that out.
We're
The
live.
live broadcast.
Yeah. So Asnani like has a small like cask of wine brought up and fills a pair of glasses, and like he's also had some other like foods and stuff that travel well brought with him, things that you just haven't seen in years. Dried fruits and that kind of thing. And after a little while, he you know, of pleasantries, he says to you, this place is cold for our people.
It takes some getting used to. Eventually, you adjust. It's never quite as comfortable. The layered clothing takes a lot of work to get accustomed to.
He's and like he's wearing like a not heavy coat, but like, you know, he's got a couple of layers on, and it's summer here. And he's still like summer in Gosvik is probably, I don't know, maybe like mid 60s, you know, on an average day. When it gets really hot, it might get all the way up to like 75. Because it's all like mountains and shit.
Yeah.
It just doesn't get that kind of hot. But yeah, he's like, I don't expect that I would get used to this.
Well, sometimes when you're, you know, married off out of country, you do what you can.
He says, I'm sorry if I'd had any say in the matter. I wouldn't subject one of our people to this.
I just poo-poo him. I'm like, I stopped fretting about that long ago.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to belittle either your dedication to your duty or your dedication to your people. Any kind of gestures like to the town. And then he's like, it doesn't seem like things are going well with the change in government for the locals here.
I wish you would have come before the Imperials arrived. and seen it then. We were never a rich area, but we had enough to sell some and support ourselves. And
yes, back when Gosvik was thriving under Tebessian dominion.
she snorts a little. She's like, no offense, but this has been disputed territory the whole time. Tebessian, the Confederacy gave no aid before then. They had no hand here. Honestly, the Imperials just managed to arrive first. They took an interest first.
He says, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
And to be honest, that's what I would like to see the area go back to.
He says, I absolutely understand. I even agree. Our country took a very hands-off approach to this region. I mean, it certainly wasn't particularly valuable to the Confederacy, but it was at least peaceful. You can attest to that.
It was valuable enough to send me here as insurance.
He says, "Well, this is true, but that's not a decision I was in. But you
That's the second time you've said that. I have made no claim to that.
Yeah."
We were children back then.
He says, I don't mean to imply that that you should anything other than you have done admirably, being in charge here after your husband's murder.
Dude really knows how to woo a lady.
Do you remember when they killed your husband? You want to bang?
Seriously.
Let me smash.
Let me smash. Bitches love good husbands.
He says, first of all, he refills his wine glass and offers you some more.
No, yeah, of course. This is good shit.
It is. It's
our stores are running low.
It's and he kind of looks around to make sure that there's he's been drinking, so it's probably not as subtle as he normally would be. Anybody here?
You want some fuck?
No, it's not quite that obvious, but yeah.
Obvious?
Obvious, he's here? No.
Obvious is here?
No.
Ow.
No, you'd see him.
You're gonna have a three-way with Obvious?
That's
You'd see him.
He says, I don't want you to mistake my intentions in bringing you out here. I didn't.
I'm like to the courtyard.
To dine with me.
Ow!
To drink with me.
Sorry. Yeah, Neil.
He says, you wrote to us asking for aid, which we brought. and happily. I'm glad that we could help you help your people, and I want to make it. I understand that these are your people. And I hope that you don't find me too forward, suggesting that perhaps I could offer some help again in another arena.
Oh, the bedroom arena.
My dick.
My arena on me, my dick. James, was that it? Are you done? That's not what I say in character.
Wow!
Carl.
Wow! I thought that was character. I was like,
No, was that? That's all you're
Yeah.
bringing, man? No smash.
No
Ice
smash.
Queen.
Yeah, he's like, I just couldn't help but notice that you seem to have an imperial problem.
We do have quite the imperial problem, actually. And I don't want you to be mistaken. What I said about Captain Aldwin held quite true. He's actually the one who took it upon himself to cast the Dominus out, and who saved my people a lot of starvation and pain and death. He's been quite the ally in this, not the enemy. Occupying by the misfortune of who his brother is, not by his own actions.
He kind of glances back in the direction of the barracks, and he's like, well, then I hope things go well with he and Mazifa then. Mazifa, before he entered my family's employ, was a soldier in this region. Well, to the south of here.
Clearly, to the south.
But he lost a brother to the Imperium in the last war. Holds a bit of a grudge.
Of course.
We've clearly lost a lot of family, he and I, to the Imperials. Unfortunately, you never got to meet my eldest son.
Fuck the Imperials. We get it. Jesus.
If you guys weren't so kill happy, maybe it wouldn't be a problem, Dustin. But you know, I do very much appreciate your offer of help, and was actually going to come and see you myself after you suggested we dine together. You know, as I mentioned before, the Imperials, when we were fairly autonomous out here, you know, the Confederacy, of course, thought that it had a right to this area by my marriage, which it may have, yet did nothing when the Imperials came and took over. And as Tebessian as I am, and as much as I miss our home, I like look out over the town. I'm like, this is my home now, and these are my people, and they have been devastated by the Imperials. You know, you saved lives by coming. If you hadn't answered my call for help, we would have starved. We would not have made it to harvest. And I think the best thing for the Varda is not to be ruled by another country, but yet to return to our autonomous state. Unfortunately, we can't do that on our own.
he says, "Well, it's good to know that we were both thinking more or less along the same path."
Sure we were.
I hear some rumors of a feast.
Ah, yes.
They're just rumors.
It's never actually happening.
Yes, we planned it 9 months ago. No, but yes, there's an upcoming feast once all the harvest is in, and especially given the goods that you have brought, Varda would like to honor, both the ancestors who oversee the harvest and, of course, you and your traveling companions.
He says, Kalis and his retinue, I assume that they're also going to be in attendance?
I had not invited them, but a certain priest stepped out of place and extended the invitation, and manners dictate I do not rescind it.
Church. My church. I mean, I'm going to quit it maybe, but it's still...
You're murdered priest! I don't want to hear your shit!
He says, well, perhaps this priest's gods work in mysterious ways. We've of course brought grains and wine and things, staples to help see you through. There are other things that we brought.
Yes.
And if your imperial friends are going to be attending, he says, there's no reason that some of these other things that we have brought might not make their way into the servers. What are the wine carafes? The Imperials do so love their wine.
What do you think happens to the Varda people should the Imperial representatives not return?
He says,
look around. How many men have you seen here? Our soldiers? Our older sons? It's women and children. Did you bring an army?
He says no. I brought only a few men.
I appreciate your fervor and your understanding of our problem, but should you murder those men, the entire town might as well just burn.
He says, it's a long and dangerous journey between here and there. I mean, I don't know if you've heard the rumors, but I heard that even your imperial your pet imperial soldier, he killed a monster out in the woods. It's my understanding.
And what happens in between the time they die and they manage to send forces out to look for them? Do you go back and get me my army? Do you have a laugh at the chaos you caused and go back to your little shipping fleet?
What would be your solution then?
I want autonomy for Varda.
And do you think that they're just going to give that to you?
I am literally asking you for an army, dude. Look, I have set out here and as a Tebessian for more of my life than I spent in the home country. I was married off, and the least you have done is brought food, and don't think that I am unthankful for that. But unless the Confederacy is ready to come and defend their territory, like, I don't know what you want from me.
He
I feel like we need to go somewhere with this.
Yeah, we do. And I'm not sure exactly. Like, also it's 10:15 and my brain's starting to click off because I'm tired. He finishes his wine, and then he's like, perhaps we should take some time. Maybe talk about this when we haven't had quite so many cups.
I grab his hand and I'm like, look, I don't want you to think that I am upset with you. You know, I am so happy to see not just people from the homeland, but people that I know, friends. You know, why don't we do dinner tomorrow night?
He gives a little bow, and is like, I would never deny an invitation from the rightful ruler of a place. Dinner would be lovely. Are you muted, Matt?
No, I was just itching my chin.
Oh, okay.
His
I'm moving my jaw.
With your tongue?
Yeah, and he stands up and wobbles a little bit.
I'd steady him.
Yeah, and he's like, yes.
I keep the kids from bouncing on his legs.
Yes. After we'll I'm sure we'll have more productive discussions later on.
Yeah, I thank him for the food and the wine and kind of try and make sure he makes it back in.
Oh yeah, he's not hammered.
Yeah,
just like had a few too many. One too many.
Not going streaking through the promenade just yet.
Woo! Yeah. Sorry. I might leave the interrogation inside for next time.
Yeah, that's good. I think Colin should probably wrap up, though. He hasn't had a lot of screen time.
That is true. I imagine that these things are all happening kind of concurrently, like that conversation outside. Aldwin and Mazifa inside. Actually, we can probably do that pretty quick.
Aldwin. Oh yeah.
Because Mazifa's like comes in, does like the Riker sit in the chair.
Colin's not there anymore. Colin left.
No, I was talking to you, Mazifa and Aldwin. Because like he sits down and he's like, "All right, I'm here."
Well, when he comes in the room, I stand up and I motion to the chair
Yeah.
politely.
Yeah. No, that's
And then when he sits, I'll sit as well.
okay.
I'll be like, so there's an incident involving one of the Imperium delegation, and currently we believe there's a killer on the loose, or a murderer. We don't know who. Well, frankly, I don't know who. And I'm just covering all my bases. I just got done reviewing some Imperial citizens, and I'm going to be going through the camps and interviewing you, since you are, I presume, head of security for the Tebessians.
He says, I am in the employ of the Akbari family. Yes.
And I will be catching up with the the name of the lady who's the security for the Imperium?
That is Senia.
Yeah, thank you. And I will be touching base with Senia about what she knows as well. So a couple things. I'm going to be detaching a few of my own troops to escort any of your dignitaries around the town. In cooperation with your own forces, of course.
So he does do that.
Oh, he can. It's not a request. You are guests in our town, and I'm going to make sure the same thing doesn't happen. We don't know if this was targeted specifically at the Imperium, but I want to make sure the same thing doesn't happen to you as well. Not specifically you, but any of your people while you're here. I'm going to be dispatching some to the Imperium as well, and I would appreciate any help with whereabouts of you and your men over the sorry, Shaun, when did this murder happen in was it the day before today?
Yeah, like it was all of this has happened pretty much back to back to back.
Okay, so I would assume it's within the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Within the last day.
Yeah. He's like, we've been we've been doling out our supplies that we've brought so that your people don't starve to death.
No,
that's what we've been doing.
I appreciate that.
Good. And he stands up and he's like, we've been making sure your people don't die. That's what we've been doing.
I stand up and I look at him and I'm like, look, I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. I'm just trying to cover my base and figure out what is going on in my town, whether or not it has anything to do with you or your people. So if you could just cooperate, it would make this go a lot quicker and we wouldn't have any problems.
He says, it doesn't. And we don't need you to babysit us around our countrywoman's city.
I'm not babysitting you.
No?
Working.
Is it if not a babysitter, then what? Wardens? Do you treat all your guests?
It? I'm going to interrupt him. Would you prefer it the way my brother did things, where he would have had a lot of you arrested and thrown into cells, interrogated. I have shown you the utmost courtesy, frankly, to the limit of my patience, for an active murder. One of my people was assassinated. Most people would think I should jump specifically to you due to the history we have. But I've shown you and your people the utmost courtesy and benefit of the doubt. Now you have two options. You can continue with this puffery, and I can start to do it the way my brother would do it, or you would cooperate, and we can do this amicably.
Sounds like an intimidate.
Actually, I'm gonna cut there.
Okay, that's a good cut.
That's a good cut. Meanwhile, back at the church, Father Colin, you come in. Chadwick, like, because you guys didn't leave like very far distant from each other time wise. Like he was gone, and then you were out. Like he just goes, like once you're there, he starts going through the motion of his duties, like making sure that that everything's arranged properly, replacing candles that have burnt too low.
Bent.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of like walk up quickly and just kind of say, leave it for now.
Yeah, like he had a candle in his hand, like when you caught him, and he just drops it. He's just like, psh, whatever. When you say leave it, and like goes to walk away to find something else to do.
And like if like another job around the church.
Yeah, just like he's got.
So like he grabs a broom or something, and I'll just be like, bloody, just leave it, boy. Just. He points to the stain on the floor and said, "There was a death here. We don't need to have services right away. We can, let things settle down first. Let emotions die down first." That's what I bloody well intend to do. Like he takes off his stole and just like tosses it in the direction of a pew.
Yeah, he
and like some of his like city accent is slipping back in.
Yeah, and like he's standing there, and he's got the broom in one hand, and he's like, he watches you like chuck your coat or whatever, like onto one of the pews.
So like the priestly stole,
right?
Like
right.
The thing that, like, instead of a collar back then, yeah.
Like, yeah, like watches you throw it. And he says, "What really happened?" We can cut there.
Ooh,
No, that's fine.
That's a good question.
I give him a long, hard look. And I say, "Needed that public house any good?"
He goes, "Do you want the truth?"
I don't care. Let's go drink until we can't stand up anymore. I'm buying.
He says, he looks over at like over to where you had been, like there was a death here.
Yeah.
And
The giant red stain
yeah.
that's still there. Yeah.
And he says he shrugs and he's like, you're the priest here. If you want to go, you can go, but someone has to get this place ready for worshipers.
And he'll look at him. He'll say, "Well, if they're expecting a sermon tonight, they're going to be disappointed." And he'll start storming out.
Yeah, and he like, as you're walking out, he says, "Father."
And I stop like at the door.
He says, I'll keep your secrets for you, but I don't belong to you. I come here to walk the path.
And he'll say, "Then you're a better man than I." And he'll.
Damn. Yeah, he's.
And I go get fucking pissed.
Somebody's getting their name in the priest book before you.
Wow.
I mean, I may be extra hopeful to run into some, really tall jerk who doesn't like Imperials to vent my frustrations on. But,
Okay. Should we leave it there? It's 10:30 my time, which means it's
Go ahead.
late for you guys. So shall we do Arda?
Sure.
Awesome. Who would like to go first?
I can go first.
Go ahead. Oh,
I will bring in Chadwick and Colin and see if they can help me find the killer. They're oh so helpful.
they're so helpful. I mean, you did bring them in.
I mean, you found the killer. You just didn't know.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's Persona. Like, you did what you needed to do.
Come up with a better one next time. That didn't do anything for me. Believe too, I'll assign a detail of men to protect both delegations during their visit.
I will give you a fate for that. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting conflict. I figure Aldwin at this point is kind of like, I'm just thinking of this guy pushing my fucking buttons. I'm going to start pushing back. I will not allow the wolves to continue ravaging people or ravishing them.
Or
that matters. So I will kill them or drive them off.
No, the wolves have not come up yet, but I do have notes. Just so you know, I'm not ignoring it.
Oh, I know you're not. Instinct 1, if I feel threatened, I will draw my sword. If a situation gets out of hand, I will take control of it through intimidation. Always fight to the death.
I will give you a fate for taking control with intimidation.
Yeah.
Boy, I hope we don't get in a fight because yeah. Traits: stoic, put upon, stubborn, sixth sense, commanding aura.
I would say put upon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's a persona?
It's fate.
Fate? Okay.
Yep. Traits is fates.
Reads his fates. Okay. Good deal.
And that's all your bits?
That's all my bit.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
I can go next.
All right.
I can't run the church anymore. I will leave it and never return and find a stiff, bloody drink.
I'll give you a
I
fate for
don't-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not done playing with that yet. And then I haven't had the other two prove my worth to Gosvik and have the feast go off without a hitch. My
Jeez.
instincts: sucker punching, no harming children. Yeah, I kind of harmed a child's mind today. And when in doubt, pray. Traits: cruel, stoic, well-intentioned.
Ooh.
I'd lobby for
Well-intentioned.
cruel.
I feel like
I'd-
well-intentioned definitely got in trouble.
Yeah, I would go with cruel over well-intentioned.
I was thinking cruel because for Chadwick.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking the same thing with Chadwick. Like he was trying to protect Chadwick and ended up completely ostracizing himself.
No, he was trying to save his own ass.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Chadwick would have been like, yeah, I mean, I was talking to the priest. He was asking me some questions about Father Colin. Colin showed up and I left.
The funny thing is we put that in the story we told anyway, so it we didn't need to go tell him not to do that. We were pretty much like, yeah, he was there, I was there, the kid was there, the kid left, I left. Yeah.
It was almost an unnecessary step that overknocked you.
Almost like I didn't need to do it, but it hurt me anyway.
Right, but like also like at this point, if you had been like, oh, and then this happened, remember? Like he would have backed you up. Like that was kind of the point.
Yeah.
Like whatever you either explicitly told him or was like, you remember when this thing happened, right, Chadwick? That's how things went down, right? Oh, yeah. No, that's totally how they went down. Just like Father Colin said. The dirty liar. All right, Yezzi.
All right. I have more loyalty to Colin than the interlopers. I will convince Chadwick and whoever else not to contradict Colin's story.
Persona for that.
Yep. Cordia would be an amazing ally. I must figure out how to befriend her and do so. Nope.
Nope.
I will dine with Asnani and convince him to implore the Confederacy to send troops to help us declare our independence.
I'll give you a fate for that.
Fate. Alright. Keep calm and de-escalate. Always protect Eric and Asta. Never show weakness before others. I don't feel like they came up at all.
No, not really.
No. Rabble rouser, collectivist, scolding, mark privilege, cool-headed, thick skin.
You weren't particularly scolding, were you?
No,
No,
not really.
not this time around. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Sorry, I had to find my page. All right. Right skill, right time. Anything come up? Persuasion,
No.
streetwise.
I
No.
don't think so.
Alrighty.
It's all pretty straightforward, I think.
Yeah. Does anybody want to nominate anyone for embodiment?
Yezzi.
Matt or Colin.
I think Yezzi for talking to the guy about being, this is my home first, these are my people first, but at the same time but I will totally take an army.
That's true.
Okay.
Yezzi and Colin.
You want to nominate Colin?
Yeah, I think he's really like every decision he makes that looks like it's going against like his belief. Like it feels like he really, like, his heart really wants to do the good thing. He just does it the bad way.
Yeah, he does. He does do things the bad way.
I liked Aldwin's dealing with fucking everyone. Especially when it came to, like, not punching people.
Yeah, I was actually
We'll
impressed
see how long that goes.
that he hasn't punched or sworded anyone.
Yeah. Despite people being dicks.
I now have a race where I kind of want to see if I can punch that dude before Aldwin does.
Good luck, because I'm in the room with him.
Are you saying, Matt, that you want to be in the room where it happens?
Oh, God.
I just think it's funny, like...
I don't have to be there. I'm willing to wait for it, Shaun.
It'd be funny, just me and him are standing toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye. Out of nowhere, Colin busts through the door, comes up and sucker punches him in the back of the head, then runs away.
Oh, got that first.
The hell was that?
All right. I don't think there was any mold breaker moments this time.
Mm-mm.
Not yet.
Thing I realized is I've set myself up for a mold breaker no matter which way I go, and I didn't mean to. Because if I decide to stay with the church, I mold break that belief, or if I leave the church, I mold break the feast belief. So I didn't even mean to, but I
There's
think
no
that's
help with the feast if you're not involved with the church.
All right.
I mean, I'm not going to, Dustin.
Would
You
anybody?
can.
Does anybody want to nominate somebody for mold breaker? Or
No.
not? Sorry, not
No.
mold breaker. Sorry. Workhorse. There were only a few tests this.
A lot of
This
them were
session.
by Aldwin. I think he.
Yeah.
I only did
And I think-
one.
There,
Yezzi did two.
there were 4 tests. 2 of them were
No, I did
Yezzie's,
too.
and 2 of them were Dustin's.
I don't know. I did the footwork. Yezzi did the talk work.
I kind of want to nominate Yezzi for the next one anyway, because just the whole, like, I'm asking you for an army, asshole. God. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's not where I expected this to go at all. This is going to make this awesome.
MVP for being the crucial element of success.
For Yezzi. I
Yezzi.
think.
I would actually like hang on there, because like it was brought up, but nothing concrete
Nothing
has
came of it.
Yeah.
That's true.
I got to go look at all the rolls.
And that's okay. We don't need to award those two every session.
Yeah, but
so-
don't.
We just turned the MVP into a second workhorse.
That's cheating.
Why, it's the same thing.
That's playing by the spirit of the game and not the rules of the game.
No, that's okay. Everybody got at least one fate and one persona this session. I think that's okay. And I think hopefully
I not that I don't want free fate, but I don't know if I can rightfully take embodiment, because he's in such a weird place right now. Colin is, of like out of his beliefs and out of his.
well,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
but embodiment
so out of his,
is the role play award. Like
Yeah,
Okay.
you're embodying that struggle.
yeah. That's
Like, you literally, like, when Chadwick was throwing you shade, like, not only was it hurting your character, it was hurting you in real life.
oh
Like,
god, this was a painful session, man.
so
Chadwick was my little buddy, and he looked up to me, and now he's an asshole to me.
we reject your rejecting of the
of the persona.
yeah.
My persona is double rejected.
That's right. It's rejected. Yeah, I think that's it. Because nothing happened that would require like net steel tests, as far as I know.
Nothing. Not even really simple little ones that would help me.
I don't
Such
know.
as my buddy.
Is there
getting
one
mad at me.
for betraying a friend?
Oh, that'd be spite, and then it'd be a dark elf.
That's true. Yeah, not really anything there. All right. So I guess are we meeting again Sunday? Is that the plan?
I hope
Sunday is
Oh,
New
Sunday's
Year's.
Sunday is
Oh,
New
no.
Year's. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was
reschedule
going
that
to
one
say
as well.
if we game next week during the week, I don't think Taika will be here, so we can start earlier.
Oh.
We can start at like 6 or so.
Woohoo!
Works for me.
Yeah, we can do that.
So do you guys want to do like next Wednesday again?
Let's do it.
All right.
Wait. I can't do Wednesday.
Thursday?
I can do Thursday.
Thursday.
I have a friend who's going through surgery on Wednesday, so.
Oh, okay.
Let me looking at pictures of Kate Blanchett and photo shoots.
Oh, look. Before you guys hop off the thing, I got to show you that, or link you that video.
Okay. Well, that.
Well, let me check Thursday really quick. It's the
That can be determined off stream, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're
I'm gonna go ahead
making game first.
and kill the stream. Thank you guys.
Bye,
for playing.
internet.
Night. Bye,
Alright.
friends.
And we'll see you next week.